In this video, we are going to be solving systems using inverses. So let's get started. Okay, so the first step in solving an inverse is first we have to convert this into a matrix. So -1, 1, 2, -1. And that is our matrix. Now we have to find the determinant. Right, so the determinant is just 1 minus 2 equals -1. If you need to know how you find the determinant of a 2 by 2, I have other matrix tutorials in my YouTube channel. Okay, now that we have that, we need to multiply the determinant so now you have to multiply the determinant. Basically, you have to find the inverse of this. So to find the inverse, as you can see from here, you have to switch these two numbers and turn these numbers into a negative, or do the opposite of their signs. So this becomes -1, this becomes -1, this is -2, and this is -1. And then we have scalar multiplication, so -1 multiplied by the scalar multiplication, so that is just, so a negative and a negative make a positive, so this is just the same values as before, but all of them are positive. Okay, now we have to multiply this number by these numbers. So multiplied by okay, and if you don't know how to do multiplication of a matrix, it's really easy, but first you have to find out if you can multiply them. So it's a 2 by 2 matrix and a 2 by 1 matrix. So as you can see, these two equal to each other. That means we can multiply them. And these two numbers are 2 and 1, so we will be ending up with a 2 by 1 matrix. Okay, and how you multiply a 2 by 2 matrix by a 2 by 1 matrix is just row times column, and then bottom row times column. So it's 1 times 1 plus 1 times 1. And then it's 2 times 1 plus 1 times 1. So in the end, you get two and 3. and this value as a point, equals 2 comma 3. So our answer is 2 comma 3. Okay, that's the first one. On to the next one. So let's convert all of these coefficients into a matrix. And now we have to find the inverse of this matrix. So first we need to find the determinant. So that's just 4 plus 6 equals 10. And then so it's 1 over 10. And then now we have to switch these numbers. So I'm just going to do this for effect, but these two numbers swap. And then it's the opposite of each number for these ones. So if you multiply them, actually there's something easier. So you don't need to multiply them right now. And the next step, since we're going to have to do multiplication of these numbers, we can do multiplication right now of that matrix first, so we don't end up with a bunch of fractions. Okay, so doing the matrix multiplication, we get 20 plus 15 and negative 20 plus 10. And then this is 1 over 10. This turns to 35, and this is negative 10. So we're left with the answer of 3.5 and negative 1. So our answer is 3.5 comma negative 1. Okay. So let's look at this. Wait, hang on a second. Just analyzing this question. So if we convert this into a matrices, this is 7, -2, 14, and -2, and -4. We get 28. But wait, if you look at this question, the coefficients are each times 2 of each other, but then this is times 2 times 2, but then this is times 3. So if you were to solve these systems, you would get no solution since both sides don't equal each other. Okay, on to the next question. I'm just gonna copy this because this would be faster. I'm just gonna erase the numbers. Okay. So this is 5, -3, 10, and 6. So then this is 30 plus 30. And so this would equal 60. And now we have to do the switching. So this is 6, 5, 3, and -10. Oh, we don't need to do this step. They're actually just represented. This is 1 over 60. So that's the inverse. And now let's bring the numbers down over here. And this is multiplied by 0 and -4. And this is 0 minus 12. And 0 minus 20. And this is obviously -12 and -20. So you're left with, it's -1 over 5, or -1 over 3. So our answer is -1 over 5, and -1 over 3. And that is our second question. And now, there's 2 more questions left. Okay, so speed run this. This is turns to 1, -2, 2, -3. And if you do this equals 1. So our inverse is the same, not the same thing, because you have to do the switcheroo. Anyways, it's -3, 1, 2. No, that's 2. 2, -2, 1/1. And then that's multiplied by 1/2. So in the end, that would all equal to -7 over -4. And that's our answer. So our answer is -7, -4. And the inverse of our matrix is 1, -2, 2, -3. Okay, for our final question. If you want to pause and do this question by yourself, you can pause right now. Okay, so first we had to convert this to matrix. Okay, so this is 2, -3, 2, 2 equals 10. That's our determinant. So it's 1/10. And then so now we do the switch. So it's 2, +3, -2, 2. And then now we do have to solve this because it asks us for the inverse of the matrix. So yeah. So if we multiply everything by 1/10, then we'd get 1 over 5, 3 over 10, negative 1 over 5, 1 over 5. And then, of course, so let's just write down this answer first. So now we do have to multiply this by the values of 10 and 5. And we should get these values. So we'd get 2 plus 3 over 2 and negative 2 plus 1. So we get 7 over 2 and negative 1. So our answer is 7 over 2, comma, negative 1. Okay, that's our last question. Thank you for watching, and tomorrow I'll be doing partial fraction decomposition.